Hi there, and welcome here today to A1R Psychic Radio, Moonstruck TV. And we're going to have some live readings to our callers from across the USA, Canada, and Australia, maybe some as well in the UK and in Europe. Now, I'm Eleanor Grace. I'm a natural psychic medium, and I'm today going to look into your cards, crystal ball, connect with you with spirit as well, so that you can really feel as though you're connecting through to some loved ones, perhaps that you're missing right now. Let's see what happens. Now, I use my crystal ball as well. I'm going to show you this one. This one is an amethyst crystal. It's really pretty. It's a rock crystal, and this is coming in with all the purple hues. There's indigo hues in your chakras, and this is about love, romance, harmony, a little pot of peace in your heart, and some good vibrations maybe as we're coming up to holiday season, aren't we? We've got a few days where we can relax back and really enjoy our own lives and see what we can achieve in the future. So I'm going to use my amethyst crystal ball here. Very pretty, but it's also illuminating your love life and illuminating those areas of harmony that really perhaps you need to work on. And maybe you've had some disappointments recently, or there have been changes in your life recently. This happens quite frequently. Maybe you felt a bit let down, and perhaps friends or work colleagues have not proved to be quite the people that you thought they were. But just remember, when negative people are around you, sometimes when their energy is proving to be too invasive, they're just taken away or, removed from your social circle, so that, or from your work environment as well, so that you can move on and perhaps really look forward to creating new energies. Now, to look for detail in any reading, we always use our cards, and these are ancient tarot cards here. They're fabulous, and when we look at the tarot, everybody thinks, "Oh, that's really difficult to understand, perhaps difficult to learn," and yet they're not. They're used really for timescales and for characters that we are going to encounter. Now, we do have a live caller coming through, and this is Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda. You're through to Eleanor Grace here in London. I'm coming through from London. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Oh, great, great. So, really connecting through to you straight away. I've got my cards here straight away in my hands. Now, I just want to say to you, Rhonda, that this is what I felt. You've got a little bit of an issue here with your energy and your heart. And I went straight to the amethyst crystal as well, wanting to put all of those lovely vibrations back into your heart chakra, really allowing you to feel as though you're loved and you're celebrated, and that your whole life can be a lot warmer than perhaps you feel it is at the moment. It's very difficult when we're coming into a time that we can really see some new freedom. And perhaps this is it for you, where now, I think more so than ever, you've got to be looking at your own priorities, Rhonda, and you've got to be saying to yourself, well, it's okay. Negative people, this sort of negative energy does have to be removed sometimes. There's not a lot that we can do about it. It's for you to thrive. And I see you thriving. Now, here you've got the Empress card. So this is you coming into your own, but really feeling as well as though you should be on the receiving end of some new and very, very powerful and positive energy. So there's a sense of loss around you, Rhonda. There's a real
Yeah.
tension here in your heart, isn't there? Because I've got ooh, all of that really feeling very sad and very removed. And the mother in you, and this mothering instinct that I really want to surround you with. I want to put my arms around you and hug you, and really make you feel better about yourself. I don't think that any one person can do that. I think that's something that you've got to go through yourself. But there is this sadness around you. Have you lost somebody to spirit?
Yes.
Yeah. Um, because the maternal energy is very strong. So that's your mum,
Hmm.
grandmother, um, and
Yes.
I
My
think
mom.
both of those. It's your mum, yeah. Um, I hate to upset people, especially when we first start off in a reading. I did feel your mum very much around you and wanting to hold you close, put her arms around you and hug you and just kiss your cheek and make you feel here, Rhonda, as though, look, it wasn't all for nothing. You don't need to miss me. Please don't miss me. Celebrate me, do things that I would like to do, go to places that I would like to go to, listen to the songs that I really liked because there were certain melodies, weren't there, Rhonda, that
Yes.
really had you emotional, I suppose, but
Yes.
also
Yes.
very sort of, I don't know, feeling warm inside because those melodies are
Yes.
playing out. And that's what I want to say to you, don't be thinking that this is a departure or this big ending that has to be dramatic or has to sort of feel so very negative, so very difficult. Try and think about your mum as the giver of life to you and the person that raised you and also cherished you and loved you so very much. And she is still with you in a different form and in a different way, but her energy is still there. I'm just going to take another card now because I feel that, with you, there is just so much lovely energy. And here, I'm just going to give you this card. Let's see if we can get it there straight in the camera. This is the Seven of Swords. Often it's a difficult card, but for me and you, it's success in the face of adversity. Difficult word to say that one.
Yes. Yes.
It is, isn't it? Sort of overcoming these
Yes.
really overwhelming feelings, and yet you're going to do that, Rhonda. It's not going to be too hard for you. Yes, we have the sleepless nights, the crying in the bed, the tears. Try not to use that energy instead to be constructive. There's still some things to deal with, aren't there? Um, did she?
Yes.
Did your mum sort of leave you with like long lists of things to do? It's as though you're pulling out a list all the time and ticking things off and thinking, oh, I haven't done that, I haven't done this. Panic, panic, panic. Is that what you're doing right now, Rhonda?
Just going through the list of what she would expect of me to do. Yes.
Yeah, no, I
In
know,
the
I know,
situation that I'm in. Yes.
I know.
That's
Um,
absolutely true.
but there seems to be a release around you. So whatever the situation, I have an open door or, a little magic key or a way out, a way through. So yes, okay, you can laboriously tick off all of the tasks that you have to complete, but there's nothing there that is too overwhelming for you, and there's nothing there that you can't actually do. So you can really achieve a great deal. You can say to yourself, well, do you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to magically remove any difficulty around this sort of legacy of what I've got to do in the short term. But it's the longer term that I'm looking at here. Just taking another card. And yes, you are overcoming here all of the obstacles. So, you're this big, brave person that has got so much empathy for everybody else. You do help a lot of people. I can see that. And this
Yes.
is a time when you are going to be helped as well. This is not going to be an unequal situation. This is much, much more of a time
Thank
when
you.
everything is beginning to happen, and it is because your mum is with you. Your grandmother too. So I feel as though she's caught a hold of your mum and grabbed her hand and sort of pulled her to where she needs to be. And that is celebrating her soul family, which is very powerful and very strong here. Um, and it's where you will emanate to in the longer term, but you've got goddesses around you. There's sort of angel spirit that is here. What I'm seeing is really strong and powerful lights. Now, I'm just going to show you the amethyst crystal again. Let's see if we can get that right up there. And you can just sort of feel that there is that center here. This is like your heart, and there's a center to it. And that way, I feel that you are able to dive into the indigo light that is there and into that plateau. And that's what I am seeing. So the plateau that is being provided here for you is powerful and does bring in a sense of change. So this is the person who is helping you now. And there's money to come here, Rhonda. Do you know about this? Do you know about finances having to be resolved? Perhaps you're taking
Yes,
charge with that. Are you? Yeah.
yes.
I've got like coins of money. It always represents quite a big and an important amount, even though it is shown to me in little tiny coins. They're gold ones, and I've got lots of these that are being thrown at you, and you being able to count them out. So I think you're responsible and you're being given a particular task to complete. But it's not onerous, it's not too much for you. So you're going to take this on board with a great deal of pleasure and certainty. Now, do you have a brother? Is there a younger boy brother around you?
My brother passed on.
He's with you then? He's with you. Is he younger?
He's in spirit.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
no, not a
Okay.
younger. I had an older brother,
He
but
seems
he,
younger. He seems younger. Did he appear in his personality to be sort of full of fun and childlike and,
yeah,
wanting okay, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting this sort of fun, childlike quality as though he's younger than you, and maybe, in many ways he was. Because he has centered around you. He comes to visit you a lot. I feel as though he's around your home, perhaps sits in your car as well, keeps you safe on long journeys. Do you go on long journeys, Rhonda? In your
yes.
car? Are you
I have
driving
been.
long journeys?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Well, he's kept you safe. He's sat there and he's kept you safe and sort of watched the road and, sort of seen what was ahead, and has been particular about weather. So sort of odd weather, storms, or
Hmm.
some fog, or you can't see properly. Um, those are the images that he's giving me. So they must mean something to you, Rhonda. They must be
Yes,
important. Okay. What
yes.
does that
I
what does that
understand that.
mean? What does that mean to you?
Well,
What
I've been
your brother is saying?
because I've been traveling back and forth to another state, and the
Right.
road that I've been traveling on, like during the night or weather-wise, has been so foggy and not good. And I felt
Foggy. Yeah.
my life is
Yeah.
going to be over on this road. I just felt that like a few weeks ago, and then I was
Right.
afraid to travel back down that road.
Well, he's kept you safe because he's showing me the fog, and the stormy weather and the difficult weather and the fear.
That's
Uh,
crazy
but he,
because I just had
I know,
that
yeah,
feeling a few
I
weeks
know.
ago.
It's really weird, is it? When something impacts you like that, it's sort of, oh, I don't really
Yeah,
understand that. I
that
don't
just hit
really
my
get
heart
why.
like a lot.
It's hit mine too.
That's yeah.
Ooh, and do
What
you
a
know what?
confirmation.
The sort of image that I have of his spirit, your brother's spirit, is sort of very slim. It's as though it can mold in any direction, and this is what I want to do. A bit like the wavy line in the background here. It's sort of going like this, and that's him. That's his spirit. So he can mold to any situation, any circumstance that you are going to find yourself in, and he will be a shield for you. So he's there to
Oh,
protect you, and he is there to
thank you.
drive for you almost. Did you nearly fall asleep? What was that? Because I'm just getting this, "Oh, gonna have to wake up here." What does that mean to
Yes,
you, Rhonda?
almost.
Right.
Yes, like like overly driving. Like I just stop at a certain point, but I just kept going so I could
You
get
just
home. But I
didn't.
was so tired that I felt like I was gonna fall asleep at the
Oh,
wheel.
oh, oh.
Yeah.
Well, He
overly
jolted
exhausted
you.
driving.
Yeah, yeah. Try not to do that anymore. Promise me.
No.
You but in any
Yes,
event,
this is stuff
in
that has
any
happened. Yes.
Yes, I know, very recently as well, Rhonda. And I feel that what is happening next to you is exciting. You have this real sort of adventure that is about to happen. And you're, like we saw in the crystal, this indigo crystal here that I have. This is a really powerful message to sort of get your get yourself together, get your house in order. Don't do anything that is excessive. Try to go through the list that your mum sent to you, but remember your brother's passed too, and he's protecting you from a distance. He's
Oh,
telling you what he can see, and he's telling you that he's right next to you, Rhonda, and he's never going to let you go. And remember that there's this handout to you from your grandmother, to your mother, to your brother, to you, that when in a long, long time away, you have to pass into the next life. Those hands are there for you, and they're there now. They're going to help
oh,
you now.
thank you
So,
so much. That blessed my day. Thank
ah,
you for blessing me
well,
today.
that's my pleasure and a blessing to you. It's been wonderful to speak to you and to your family in spirit. So we're going to wish
All right.
everybody and thank everybody for coming in. So I'm through now to my next caller. Hello, I'm Eleanor. Who am I speaking to? Is
Susan
that
from
Susan?
Florida.
Hello, Susan from Florida. You sound like really cheerful and lovely and bubbly and oh, I think you're
Well,
about to sort of come into a very, very lovely phase in your life. I see open doors right in front of you, great big ones like patio doors or, doors that would be open onto a wonderful garden. There's a really nice vista. You have this view outside of your premises, your house, wherever you are. It might just be in your mind, wherever it is. I can see
okay.
this open door. Now, symbolically, this is an open door that's going to mean that you can really gravitate to your own personal levels of success in this next phase. Now, we're looking at the next 2 or 3 months, and I feel that May for you, this month, tomorrow coming up, is going to be a powerful one. It's not about holidays and frivolity and fun, although there's plenty of that and plenty of talk of being able to rest away. But this is about hard work. That I really see you um, trying hard to make things happen at the moment, Susan, and to ingratiate other people. So you're welcoming new friends into your world. You're really inviting others to join you in some sort of quest. So you must be experiencing now a challenge of some sort that you want to
Yeah.
gather people together to really go along with you. Is that true? Is that what you're doing? Are you
Yes.
creating a sort of, come on, everybody, I want you all to join in and I want you to come along with me and really allow us to make a difference. So what is it
Well,
that you're so passionate about here?
I rebranded my business that
Ah,
I created in 2011, and then I went on the front line with COVID for 2.5 years. And
oh,
I
yeah.
recently got an investor who
Oh,
we
right.
discussed a two-phase investment, and he gave me a small amount of money for the first phase, which was 3 months, and I utilized that to
Okay.
do the social media and the website. And now we're at the second phase, which he is supposed
Yeah.
to fund for mass advertising, and he doesn't want to fund it. And my phone has not
Ah,
rung in 2 months. I haven't had
right.
any
Okay.
patients in 2 months.
Right. Well, look what you've got here. You have the magician. Now, this is a magical element, and I really don't want you to worry. It's one of those times that if you felt as though you couldn't go wrong, what would you do? If you really couldn't fail, what would you do? And that's what you're about to do now. You're about to complete this sort of magic trick, and the magician is bringing this in. Now, this in the tarot is an unexpected element that really, you're just sort of Well, where did that come from? Why didn't I know about this before? How is this happening? Why is this happening? And what about me? And I feel that this is so very important now for you because you've got to negotiate. Now, we've got the devil here, the devil's in the detail. And yes, the hanged man has shown me that you have been waiting. The hanged man is really a period of inertia. Nothing has happened, and that's been the case with you. There's a reason for it, though. And the reason in this particular instance with you here, Rhonda, is that you've had to rethink the finances. You've had to re-estimate, I think, as well, exactly what it is that you wanted to achieve. And this has been very difficult for you because you've had reflections. So I don't know if your ideas have all been bouncing around from one place to another and you haven't stuck with a name, you haven't stuck with a plan, a marketing plan of any sort. And I think it's just all got into this downward spiral, and I can feel as though it's a tornado, but it's the other way round. Very quick loss of motivation and energy. That's what's happened to you. And I feel that that's been all year this year. Now we have a breakthrough for you at this time. And this is why you're speaking to me. Now, you are the Queen of Pentacles. This is a businesswoman. This is a woman who can make a lot of money, and you can make a lot of money. Your wealth is assured, but you have to stop relying upon other people quite so much. And there is a negotiation here where you can say, look, I'm going to prove that I can make a small amount of money in a small amount of time. And if I can do that, and if I can show you that there won't be the losses that you may fear, or there won't be the sort of lack of interest, and the phone's not going as you've said, then that's when you're starting to get, motivated backers, people who really respond to you. And this is what is going to happen next. I don't really feel that you've got to do anything to gather that to you either. So you must have thought to yourself, Rhonda, that you've done everything that you need to. And do you know what, Susan? Sorry, it's Susan, isn't it? To call me Rhonda.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I feel that there's people who are coming very, very quickly to your aid. They're really on the coast here. Um, it's like garden parties. I do want these patio doors to open into a great big sort of beautiful garden with waterfalls and fountains and lots of topiary and greenery and beautiful flowers and perfumes. So this is where you belong. So I feel that you're going to take from this garden certain elements that are going to help you because it's all available to you, everything that is naturally available. And then suddenly you've got crowds of people that are just going to join you. So there's a magic in your business proposition, and there's a magic in what you have done as well. So this is something that you've got to cultivate, and you've got to really sort of say, okay, what is the most popular bit? What part of my business is gaining the most interest? Which is the most saleable service? Or what is the best product that I can possibly um, that would represent me? So I've got this being representative of you. You do have a backer here. You've got some money, a gift of money. This is wealth from either a corporation, a bank, or even a gift of money from a wealthy person. It would be a lady. There is, I feel, quite a wealthy lady who sort of wants to join you, sort of wants to bring in um, some contribution to your idea. Now, your business, does this involve holistic treatments at all, or some holistic benefits to ladies in particular? Because I've got ladies that are joining you.
It's not really holistic. Basically, what we do is we send a registered nurse out after elective cosmetic surgery to take the patient home and care for them for as little as 4 hours and as much as a week. Just depends on
Ah,
if they're out of the country, we take care of them in the hotel. If they're in the country, then we take care of them in their homes. And, we do their dressing changes, we do their showers, we do their meal prep. So not really holistic. I am an animal
Okay.
communicator and I
Right,
am a
okay.
great manifester, but I'm having a hard time getting out of my own way and living in the 3D and just not paying attention to the 3D
Yeah.
because, as we know, the 3D is the matrix.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you, get involved with insurance companies? Is that
No,
where
it's a
you
cash pay. Nope, it's a
becau
cash pay business.
because I feel that there's a corporation or there's a corporate group, like a bank or or insurance company, anything that is, I suppose, where all the red tape is, you're going to get some help and support from that area. And then there's all of these ladies, which I think probably does relate to the treatments that are being given at sort of any cosmetic performance or anything with regard to those levels of treatments. That's what I'm connecting to. I'm seeing it as being holistic because you actually do the whole thing. You know, you are looking after somebody's sort of mind, body, and soul, and
Yeah.
particularly with regard to the treatment that you're giving them. So I do get that. I do get what I see. And I also would say to you that you're doing a fantastic job, but there does seem to be a gap here that you need to fill, which I think is going to happen naturally, which is coming from industry, it's coming from banking, corporate money, and you will get a backer. So I feel that you have to perhaps look in a slightly different direction. Don't close your mind off to the traditional routes. Do be thinking, well, I've got a great idea. I've got great people around me, and I need to be able to promote that. And I've got to promote it to be able to get the funds that I need to employ the people that are the right people that are going to represent me and my business. And that's what I have here. Don't forget the magician that you've drawn here in your cards, and also the King of Cups, a very helpful man. I think there's a wealthy lady that is going to come in, dive in, and help you. It's a goddess energy that I've got for you here, Susan. So I'm going to wish you well with that and hope that from what I can see, it's been a helpful reading for you. But it's been a pleasure speaking to you as well. Well, there we are. I've been Eleanor Grace, and you can get hold of me in London or across the world through my website, and that is gracedestiny.com. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now. Bye bye.